Welcome to this special video on World War II, one of the deadliest and most devastating conflicts in human history. In this video, we'll be exploring the key battles and turning points that defined the course of the war. From the beaches of Normandy to the streets of Stalingrad, we'll take a deep dive into the pivotal moments that shaped the outcome of the war. So, sit back and get ready to discover the world-changing events that unfolded during the Second World War. Section 1. The beginning of the war. The Second World War began on September 1, 1939, when Nazi Germany invaded Poland. This marked the beginning of a conflict that would engulf the world for the next 6 years. The early years of the war were dominated by German victories, as they rapidly expanded their territory across Europe. However, the tide began to turn in 1942, with a series of battles that would prove to be the turning point of the war. Section 2. The turning points. The first major turning point of the war came in the Soviet Union, at the Battle of Stalingrad. The battle began in August 1942, and it would rage on for 6 months. The German army had advanced deep into the Soviet Union, but they were unable to take the city of Stalingrad. The Soviet army, led by General Zhukov, mounted a fierce defense, and after months of brutal fighting, the German army was forced to surrender. The Battle of Stalingrad was a major victory for the Allies, and it marked the beginning of the end for Nazi Germany. The next major turning point came in North Africa, at the Battle of El Alamein. The battle began in July 1942, and it would prove to be a decisive victory for the Allies. The British army, led by General Montgomery, defeated the German army, led by General Rommel. This victory marked the first time that the Allies had defeated the Germans on the battlefield, and it gave the Allies a much-needed morale boost. The third major turning point came on June 6, 1944, at the D-Day landings in Normandy. The invasion was the largest amphibious assault in history, and it marked the beginning of the end for Nazi Germany. The Allies landed over 150,000 troops on the beaches of Normandy, and after months of intense fighting, they were able to break through the German defenses and begin their advance into France. Section 3. The end of the war. The end of the war came in 1945, with the defeat of Nazi Germany and the surrender of Japan. The Allies had achieved a hard-fought victory, but at a tremendous cost. Millions of lives had been lost, and entire cities had been destroyed. However, the war had also led to significant technological advancements, including the development of the atomic bomb. The Second World War was a defining moment in human history, one that shaped the course of the world for decades to come. The key battles and turning points that we've explored in this video were pivotal moments in the war, moments that would determine the outcome of the conflict. As we look back on this dark period in human history, we're reminded of the incredible sacrifices that were made by those who fought and died in the name of freedom and democracy. We must never forget the lessons of the Second World War, so that we may never again be plunged into a conflict of such devastating